salipaneso. O ai, o ai, o ai, ari, 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 o dari, 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 dari. O da di da, o da di da, o da di da, o da di da, o da di da. Is a di, is a di, is a di, is a di. O da di da di da di da. O da di, o da di da. O da-di, za-di, za-di, za-di. O da-di, za-di, o da-zi-zi, o bo, do, da-di. So, it is me, speak a little French, here at the Canoe Zoo Cafe in Harare, Zimbabwe. And I decided to do a daytime video. I've just had a shower and a shave. And I decided to do a daytime video of me drinking tea on the veranda. This is the main house here at the Canoe Zoo Cafe. And you can see the veranda and the garden. I will show you the garden. If I stand up, you can see the garden. There you have the garden. You can see from the veranda what it looks like in the garden. It is very beautiful. A Zimbabwean household with a beautiful Zimbabwean garden. Anyway, there's the veranda. You can see we have a few pianos, some paintings on the wall. It is all very beautiful here. And this is where I'm sitting in this chair. There's another chair over here. And this is me with my cup of tea. Let me have a sip of my tea. Here you can see me drinking my tea at the Canoe Zoo Cafe here in Harare, Zimbabwe. And life is good. At least my shower was hot today. My shower is not always hot. Sometimes I have a cold shower because the solar power doesn't work, the shower fails. But today I had a hot shower. It was very pleasant. And then I made my bed, and I've just been discussing my video with the household that I made last night. And yeah. It is interesting. Like I say, I speak a little French, Native American. But to tell you more about me, I can say that when I was young at school, I learned to play the piano. And boy, did I struggle to learn to play the piano. But I learned how to play the piano. And I can play a few pieces from Mozart to Beethoven, on the piano. But I have not played for years. I have stopped playing the piano. But that is one of the things I did when I was young, is I learned to play the piano. And in more recent years, I have taken an interest in the computer and social media. I am an internet techie. I specialize in working on the internet. From Facebook to Google, to the Webby Awards, to the underground network of sites on the internet. Everything on the internet I know about. I've explored over the years. I know the internet. But I have used a very slow internet connection. Not so slow as it was years ago. Before we were using a 56K modem on the telephone line, and it was very slow. But now we have got a wireless internet situation here at the Canoe Zoo Cafe, and it is much faster. But still, it is slow and unreliable. Sometimes you load a page and it doesn't load. The internet is a very interesting place, and we have met a lot of people on the internet that we did not know before. And of course YouTube. That is also a major site. And I also enjoy a bit of Vimeo for videos. Vimeo is also a phenomenally interesting media powerhouse on the internet. Vimeo.com. Go over there, check out some of their videos. And YouTube, of course YouTube, the website and the app. We now have these smartphones. I've invested in a smartphone myself. We now have these smartphones with applications. And they're so-called apps that they have on the smartphones. They have a YouTube app, and you can load up YouTube on the smartphone using a YouTube app. And you can also get a Facebook app on your smartphone for just doing Facebook. And even Google Plus has its own app. So you can just do Google Plus on your smartphone. So I invested in a smartphone, and it is this smartphone that I'm using to take this video footage in this video. I don't know what we're going to call this video. We'll have to come up with a name for this video. We'll call it Tea on the Verandah, or something like that. We'll come up with a name for this video. Anyway, so I became an internet techie, explored the internet. And I also, as a hobby, have done very well as a fine artist. That is my major career opportunity in the last few years, has been as a fine artist. I do painting. And so, apart from knowing Speak a Little French as a Native American, you can also come to know Speak a Little French as a fine artist. And over time, we will explore some of the paintings that I have done. I will show you, especially when I get a better camera, we will see some of the paintings that I've done. And we can explore my studio here at the Canoe Zoo Cafe. Yeah, and so Apart from being an internet techie, I'm also an artist. And I enjoy my team. And that is a bit about Speak a Little French. I'm just an ordinary guy. I'm just an ordinary guy. And like I say, I have my humor, I have my smile. That is one thing I have. Anyway, this is the video of having a cup of tea, drinking tea, because we did a previous video of making tea. A cup of tea at the Canoe Zoo Cafe, if you see that video on my YouTube channel. And so we're doing a video of tea on the veranda at the Canoe Zoo Cafe. And we're discussing everything from art to the internet, to computers and piano. It is a general view of Speak a Little French. You can understand how diverse my interests are and where Native America might fit into that. Anyway, to all of you on the internet, I wish you well and take care. And clocking off now from Speak a Little French at the Canoe Zoo Cafe. Thank you for watching. Oh, da,